Welcome to my channel, dear viewers. Today, I am going to give you an overview about the IGCSE English Language 0500 Paper 1 that all candidates are required to take. The paper has a total of 80 marks available and is designed to be completed in 2 hours, constituting 50% of the overall assessment. Remember folks, this is an externally assessed paper. Every response will be scrutinized by external examiners who ensure that the marking is unbiased and consistent. To explore in depth the core of English language assessment objectives are pivotal in evaluating your reading and writing skills. As you can see on the screen, there are 2 main assessment objectives, AO1 for reading and AO2 for writing. Each of these objectives has 5 criteria that you need to master in order to ace your exams. Let's start with AO1 reading. In this objective, you are assessed on your ability to understand and analyze different non-fiction types of texts. You need to demonstrate that you can understand explicit meanings, which are the facts and information that are directly stated in the text. Understand implicit meanings and attitudes, which are the hidden messages and opinions that are suggested by the text. Analyze and develop facts, ideas, and opinions, which means that you can explain and evaluate the information and arguments presented in the text, and support your insights with evidence from the text. Understand how writers achieve effects and influence readers, which means that you can identify and comment on the language, structure, and style choices that writers make, and how they affect the meaning and impact of the text. Select and use information for specific purposes, which means that you can choose relevant details and quotations from the text to support your own arguments and responses. To master these criteria, you need to practice reading a wide range of texts, fluently and with good understanding, enjoying and appreciating a variety of language. You also need to read critically, and use knowledge gained from wide reading to inform and improve your own writing. Now, let's move on to AO2 writing. In this objective, you are assessed on your ability to produce clear, accurate, and effective texts, such as essays, articles, letters, speeches, and stories. You need to demonstrate that you can articulate experience and express what is thought, felt, and imagined, which means that you can communicate your ideas and emotions in a creative and engaging way. Organize and structure ideas and opinions for deliberate effect, which means that you can plan and arrange your writing in a logical and coherent way, using paragraphs, headings, and other features to guide the reader. Use vocabulary and sentence structures appropriate to context, which means that you can choose words and sentences that suit the purpose, audience, and genre of your writing, and create variety and interest. Use register appropriate to context, which means that you can adjust the tone and style of your writing according to the situation and expectations of the reader, and use formal or informal language as appropriate. Make accurate use of spelling, punctuation, and grammar, which means that you can write correctly and clearly, following the rules and conventions of the English language. To master these criteria, you need to practice writing accurately and effectively, using standard English appropriately. You also need to experiment with different types of writing, and explore the effects of language choices. But wait, there's more. The questions are based on 3 reading texts. This means candidates need to be skilled at quickly understanding, analyzing, and responding to multiple pieces of text within the allocated time. As you can see on the screen, this is an example of a reading paper that tests your comprehension and writing skills. You have to answer 3 questions based on 3 texts provided in the question paper. Question 1 is a comprehension and summary task. You have to respond to text A with short answers, testing both explicit and implicit meanings. You should ideally spend 10 to 12 minutes on this question as it is for 15 marks. Then, you have to summarize text B in your own words in no more than 120 words. Plan for 10 minutes, write for 12 minutes, and proofread for 3 minutes. This is how you should manage your time for this 15-mark question. Question 2 is a short answer section. You have to respond to sub-questions based on text C. These questions test your understanding of how writers achieve effects and influence readers. You should spend around 10 to 12 minutes on questions 2A to 2C, as they have 10 marks each. For question 2D, which has 15 marks, follow this time management: 10 minutes for planning, 12 minutes for writing, and 3 minutes for proofreading. Question 3 is an extended response to reading. You have to write a letter, a report, or an article, a journal, a speech, or an interview, based on text C. You have to articulate your thoughts and opinions and use appropriate language and format. This question is worth 25 marks, so you should aim to spend 10 minutes planning, 20 to 22 minutes writing, and 3 minutes proofreading your answer. This will help you use your 120 minutes effectively. Some tips to ace this paper are: read the texts carefully and underline the key points. Plan your answers before writing and check the word limit and mark allocation. Use evidence from the text to support your answers and avoid copying from the text. Use clear and concise language and check your spelling, punctuation, and grammar. I hope this video has given you a clear overview of Paper 1 and how to answer the questions. Stay tuned for my next episode.